there yarn lovers, it's Gary and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner here on Vancouver Island in Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Sunday, December the 11th, 2022 and this is video number 167. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. Well, I've been frantically fussing about in my yarn room today and I've pulled out a box that's been sitting in the room since July. I've ordered this yarn and it's been there. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and as the title suggests down below, it will be talking about Hershner's order that I made back in July. There are only 2 varieties of yarn and I haven't worked anything up with it yet, but I want to give you my first impressions as well as what kind of colors that there are that I've gotten in the order and share those details with you. So maybe you see something you like and right now it's on sale. Before I get started into all of those goodies, I want to say if you're happening across this channel for the very first time, I want to introduce myself. I'm Gary and I set this channel up to talk about all of my yarny adventures. That's in knitting, crocheting. I do dabble a little bit in hand dyeing of yarn and my acquisitions, like where I buy my stuff from and how it gets to me here in Canada, as well as the tools of my craft. So if that kind of thing is of interest, please stick around. And to those who are returning, I want to say thank you for coming back. As always, I wouldn't be here without you. So heartfelt thank you. And also for the comments that you left me in the last video, I want to bring up to light some of the mystery yarns that I had been gifted by one of my husband Chad's work colleagues. A bag of goodies, novelty yarn. Some of them had lost their labels and I got some help from you guys in guessing what they were, and I would say that some of these guesses are really good guesses, and I think perhaps maybe we spotted what the mystery was. And I got several people saying that the eyelashy type yarn was from Bernay, or Burnett. Bernay had a line called Boa, and also a suggestion that there was a Yarnby line of elf lashes. Now, up in Canada, we don't get Yarnbys, but I did go across and have a look at their lashes and no elves were harmed in the making of the lashes. So I'm happy to report that. But yeah, a great suggestion there that it could have been that yarn too. Wonderful suggestions on what I can make with the yarn. So I want to say thank you so much for making those comments. Now, for what Hank and I are wearing, Hank is wearing the Shibui Knits. It is a knitted cowl and it's called the Array pattern. I'm not sure whether it's a paid for pattern. I can't remember. I did attain the pattern a while back. I'll link it down in the description box. And what I'm wearing is a drops pattern and it's called Seward. I'll spell it for you. S-E-W-A-R-D, Seward. And it is a, what is it? It is a garter stitch scarf that is knitted on lengthwise. So you start off with a whole bunch of stitches on your long cable and then you just knit, garter stitch. And I had used a combination of, I think 3 yarns in the end, and I put a ruffle on it. So yeah, I'll link this pattern down below in the description box as well. Not sure whether this one was free or I paid for it. I can't recall. It was a while back as well. And with that, let's start off with the box that I received in July from Herrschners. Now, I purchased this box and there's no affiliation whatsoever with Herrschners, although I do love them so much. They're one of my favorite companies to order from. I have my helpful packing slip here, which breaks down everything. I really love these. I can see at a glance color names if they're missing their names on the labels, like sometimes they're referred to as just numbers. I can refer to my packing slip, as well as price points. And these are all in US currency that I'm going to be quoting because it is an American company. And if you're living abroad, you'll need to do the conversion rate to find out how much it is in your own home currency. But I can see right now on the packing slip that I took advantage of a sale, and I did double check to see whether the 2 collections I've purchased from are still on sale, and they are, as of the filming of this video, which is December the 11th, 2022. I'm not sure how long they're going to last for, but let's get stuck into the yarn. The first collection that I've purchased from is called the Soho Vista. And this is the first color that I've got. It's absolutely a gorgeous yarn. I absolutely love it. On the squishy and softness factor, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. 5 being the most softest. And up against my skin, yep, no undergarments required. It doesn't pinch my skin. It's not itchy at all. If anything, it has kind of like a coating of some sort on it. And I'm not sure whether that coating is going to wash off in the wash or it's added to help use the yarn to make up something, help with splitting. I'm not too sure what that coating is, but it's lovely and soft. And the color itself is not a full saturation. It does have tonal qualities through it. So I've got a feeling when you work it up, those little spurts of different tones are short. So it might be heathered. It'll give it a nice texture of some sort in tonal quality. And it does have a halo, not a halo, but a fuzz to it. And that's the thickness of it. It looks like it's around a light 4, a light worsted. And it looks chain constructed. So there is a mesh there of some nature. And then all of the content seems to be stuck to that mesh. Sometimes this type of yarn, having that fuzz around it, means that you have to consider what kind of stitch work you do, what kind of tools, whether you're going to pair something that's a little looser so that if you make a mistake, you can unravel it, or if you're working a stitch that involves a lot of going back in on itself, maybe this might be harder to frog because of that halo. Little bit about the information, and then we'll talk about the price point and discount. So what we have here, making up this yarn is 90% acrylic and 10% polyester. It is 100 grams in the ball, giving me 207 yards or 190 meters, it looks like. You can machine wash and tumble dry this, so very easy to care for yarn, and it is made in China. They're recommending here a 4.5 millimeter set of knitting needles or crochet hook size, as well as it being a worsted 4-weight yarn, which I would agree. It's probably on the lighter side, but then it has that little fuzz. And the colorway is oceanic. I absolutely love it. So the price point on this is $3.99 at discounted price. The regular price, I've got to get my little packing slip here, is $7.98 for this ball. So that's a healthy savings there. Some of the colors that I really loved, I'll show you in a moment, you can get them in packs of 5, or you could when I purchased them in July. And the price point of that was $17.45 if you bought the pack. But be aware that sometimes companies that do the packs as opposed to the individuals will not do the mathematics very well, and the packs become more than the actual individual. But in this instance, the packs are actually a better value if you buy 5 in a pack. Another color here, which I got a few of, is Enchanted. Wow. It's very much a combination of pinkish purple as well as a little dash of a bluish purple that blots around in it. So I'm thinking of using all of these colors in some type of blanket and doing patchwork. I think that will look really nice. So yeah, got a few of those in that color. This one is called Sierra. Ooh, had a bit of my plant on there for some reason. I love that. It has that deserty feel to it, like Sierra would, like almost like a dry land with sand, and beautiful. I love it. This one here for the red lovers, it's called Sour Cherry. Really nice. you can actually see some of that mesh that's not being dyed the same consistency as the fiber that is attached to the mesh. So I like that a lot. There are a number of different other brands that have this type in the collection, but I do like this one because it doesn't feel like it's as sticky as some of the brands that I've used before. It does have a little bit of that coating that helps to separate it if you're working with it. Now, I'm not sure how it washes up because of that coating. It might go fuzzy after the wash, but we will see. We will see. Oh, I think I got this one already enchanted, right? I think I did that one. And this one here is called Grapevine. Just beautiful. It has a shimmer to it as well. I really like that. That one has like a patchwork of different colors in it too that you can see. And my favorite one is this one here. You probably will be able to guess why. It's called Jungle Safari. It's the green one. So this one I had bought the pack in, and it was $17.45 for the 5-pack. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the next collection that I've got here to talk about is called Soho Haze. And a little different to the previous one, Soho Vista. This one is considered a lighter weight 3. The Vista was a worsted 4. And I'm thinking I compare them together. They don't look very much different. There's probably an extra maybe 10 to 12 meters in the Haze than there is in the Vista. But I'm going to work them up together in a project, and I think that they'll work fine. So the Soho Haze has the same price point as the Vista. It is regularly $7.98 and on sale when I purchased it at $3.99. And also had the 5-pack deal when I bought it for the same discounted price at $17.45 if you bought 5-pack. The color of this wonderful, beautiful color here is called Raspberry Sorbet. Very apt, deliciously, that beautiful kind of pinkish raspberry color. And let's talk about the ingredients here. It's 50% acrylic, 35% cotton, 15% polyester. You can machine wash this and tumble dry, made in China. This is where the difference is. 100 grams gives me 229 yards or 210 meters. So you get a little bit more than the Vista. And they say it's a 3, but let's put them together and take a look at that. Now I'll get the darker color here in the Vista. And we can be the judge together. And they're both chain spun and they both have that fuzziness to them. So I'm thinking I could easily put them together. So what do you think? You can see that the Vista is a little shinier and that the Haze is a little duller. But I would say that they're very much the same. Yeah, love the color, the softness. And I also got it in this color here, which is called Pearly Purple. Super duper nice. Now I want to just pull on one just to see how sturdy it is and see whether it breaks. That's pretty sturdy. I was going to say that it's like almost the softness level isn't as soft as the Caron Cloud, but with the Caron Cloud you have to be a little careful when it's a delicate yarn. So if you're using it, sometimes it did come off in a like a tight situation. It did kind of break it on me, but this one seems to be a lot sturdier. And it's very light too, because the construction of the chain spun means that it has more air going through it. Oh, so lovely. I also got it in this color here, which is Misty. A nice gray. And did I do this one already? I don't think I did. This one here is called Flamingo. Flamingo, not flamenco. Flamenco's a dance. Flamingo. That's a bright and happy color. And also I was calling myself out the other day with not having a selection of certain colors in my collection, and I wanted to be sure that I got some other colors that I don't normally use. Pinks, purples and oranges seem to be low or lesser in my collection, and I thought I need to kind of use them up so that I can understand more different color values and what goes with what, and challenge myself a bit more. Oh, I got the same one there. And this one looks like, yep. And the color that I have here is called Aquarium. Beautiful colors. I think I only have two more. This one here is Creamsicle. I love that color. That's amazing. It's a great orange. Almost sits between a gold and an orange. And the last one, I believe I might have mentioned this one already. Yes, I did. Raspberry Sorbet. So the box is empty, and I've shown you all the colors that I selected from the two collections. Not all the colors were represented here, but I've chosen all of my favorites. And I have a question for you. Were any of the colors that I showed you speaking to you? What were they? And I'm wondering if you're the person who likes all the rich and mysterious colors, or if you are more of the pastel-y, happy, bright color kind of person, or the neutrals. I only have one neutral in there, Misty Gray, and all the rest are quite loud and stand alone quite prominently. So I'm thinking, what do I do with all of them that makes it interesting and have all these rainbow colors combined well? And I've been looking recently at architecture, looking at flooring and flooring designs, and I'm drawn to parquet floors. Now, parquet floors are wooden structures that are cut like planks of wood, and then the designer lays them down in a certain formation. And I'm thinking, if I do my panels in those kind of arrangements of the parquet floor, that might create some interest in the colors and how they repeat, or if they are standalone. So I'm looking to do that in January and starting that off, and blankets do take me around 3 months. So hopefully it'll be here and be able to use in the house while it's still chilly enough so that we can, you know, get under it and snuggle and watch movies. With that, I think that catches you up on everything. I hope that you enjoyed the show and tell, and I absolutely love Herrschners. I'll leave the unaffiliated link down below just for ease of access to go and find where they are. And with that, I will catch you up in the next video. Bye for now.